Hi guys, so I did my research paper on body image and Division One female athletes and the relationship with media and coaches and peers. So I focused on media because we see a lot of images and perceptions of what female body athletes are supposed to look like when we should really be focusing on their performances. I also wanted to focus on coaches and peer relationships because we don't really understand how much language can really affect how we think about ourselves sometimes. In today's society, we see a lot of what we're supposed to look like, and that can have a negative effect on female athletes' body image and their mental health. So, my research question was, do media and peer relationships affect Division One athletes' perspective on body image? There's a lot of research done out there about body image and women, especially when it comes to media. Media has been really prevalent in our lives and has been growing more and more and more. So, to understand it is a really big thing, and understanding how it can affect young women is really important. It was a lot harder to find research about coaches and the peer relationships, but there was still a significant amount of studies done about the language used and how female athletes can internalize a lot of that information, and it can affect them in negative body images and disordered eating. My favorite study that I looked at was Living the Paradox Female Athletes Negotiate Femininity and Muscularity, and it really gives an insight to what young women really think of themselves when it comes to performing their sport. The thought of not looking too muscular but needing to have these muscles to perform at a high level really contradicts itself, and it was really interesting looking at the discussions that the researchers found that young athletes have struggled with today. So, the method that I would be using for my research would to conduct a focus group interview with student female athletes at Eastern Michigan University, and there would be two athlete volunteers from every women's sport, and a research would attend a team meeting to get volunteers for a focus group, and it would be made known that the information would not be released and it would be anonymous. A moderator would be in the room, preferably a moderator that had a sports psychology background, and they would give discussion points to make sure the topic stays on track, and help the athletes kind of discuss and be open about the topic of their body image. The two focus groups would be made with 10 participants in each group, and the discussion would be recorded and then analyzed by our researchers properly. The biggest thing that I learned was it was really difficult to structure my sentences without first person, and making sure that the language wasn't too casual or too confusing without the first person language. I really also learned how to dig deeper into topics that affect my life and can affect other people's lives. And it was my first time writing a research paper, so I'll definitely split up writing a research paper the way Dr. Sears had us do it, because I found it a lot easier to separate the different parts of the research paper and dig deeper and correct myself there. So yeah, that's my research paper. Thank you guys.